Hi everyone, I'm reading a success story. It's from Mercy. I already read her relationship success story with the person that was famous, and she had sent another success story with something totally different, so I'm going to read that to you now. 2 days before my birthday on November 6, 2019, I had this really bad feeling. It felt like I shifted reality or something. On November 7th, I was at the library studying, and my mum called me to tell me to get home so fast. I told her I was studying and would get home when I could, and she said there were police at home searching my room. Let me tell you a little bit about me. I've never smoked, I've never done drugs, I've always been a student, and I have since I was 14, and everyone knows me as the angel of Prato, the city where I live in Italy. So you can imagine how shocked I was to hear my mum say that, and I don't even know how I got home, but I did. And when I got home, the police told me this person that I worked for, I teach her kids English at home, lost things from her mum's home. That's where we did the lessons, and she sued me for saying that I stole it. The first week was the hardest. My first approach to this was not with the law of attraction. It was with my ego. My ego was hurt. I was worried that everyone was going to find out. I was scared. I cried for days. My family suffers with me. So I tried to make things happen. The first stupid thing I did, I sent a 2-page text saying I did not steal anything from her, and I begged her to please drop it, and I told her she was ruining my life. I told her something like this: won't just ruin my reputation, but everything I've worked for with a low record messed up for theft. I would never get a job as an engineer or any place in the government. I will never be able to live in the country like America, Australia, or England, any place I need a visa. And on top of that, any will and stupid mistake I make, I'm not sure what you were trying to say here. Okay, let's just go from stupid mistake. I make, like, for example, get a ticket for parking or something, I will suffer for it. I could never get a loan from the bank, blah, blah, blah. In all, I told her she was destroying my life, and she told me she couldn't care less. The second stupid thing I did was to contact her again, telling her to drop the charges and I would pay for everything she'd lost, because at last she did not lose anything important. On the paper that I got from the court, it said 2 watches and a bag, and I told her I would pay for it and also pay for her lawyers. She said she wanted me to pay for what I did. So at this point, there was no way, which is my way, I could fix this, so I gave up and got a lawyer. My lawyer told me that I had been so stupid that I contacted her, that she could use this against me and she would probably win, and that I should get ready for the worst. I was focused on her from the day this happened. I saw her everywhere. I saw her mum. This drove me crazy. The idea of people finding out drove me crazy. People started to find out. And at some point, I have to be honest, I thought about suicide. I felt an embarrassment to my family. I started doing really bad at school. I lost weight. I got sick a lot. I got depressed. My ego was hurt. One day, I was having lunch with my uncle, very wise man in his 80th year. We started talking. He said to me that he does not see me okay, and asked me what was wrong. And I just told him that I felt pain. I will never forget the thing he said to me. He said to me, "If I burn your body now, would you feel pain?" I said yes. And he said, "If I burn your body once you are dead, would you feel pain?" I said no. Then he said, "Pain is something that the soul feels, not the body. And the soul feels pain when it is not aligned with what it wants to experience." At that moment, I just realized the separation of the soul and the body, and it was something I already knew, but it had never clicked as it did that day. I went home. I scripted that day. It was March 3rd, 2020. I remembered because I took a pic of it and posted it on my Instagram. I have a private Instagram page with no followers, which I used to script, and as a vision board since that day. You can't imagine the day you posted it. It is something good, and it helps when you tell the story to others. Okay, so you've got a record of it. I will send you the pic of what I wrote. But to tell you in short, I first forgave myself because I was blaming the woman for making me feel this way. But it was me who was making me feel this way, not her. And it was me and my negative thoughts. It was me and my willpower not to let go and to let God. And second, I wrote down that she disappeared from my life before my eyes, and that everything worked out to my benefit, and I came out of it as a winner and with my law record as clean as snow. After that, it was a big fight with my reality and my thoughts. I put away my willpower and I let God do the rest. I stopped reacting to everything and I stopped analyzing. I just knew that I was going to be the winner of this situation. On the 6th of March, I got a letter at home. I opened it and I sent a picture of it to my lawyer. She told me that the letter said the woman found all of her stuff and that the charges against me were dropped and that I was a free person and that it was a miracle and that I can do whatever I want, for example, asking money for my lawyer and all the pain she's caused me. How did it happen? I don't know. I don't even want to know. Did I do an imaginal scene? Yes, I did. Telling you the story that my imagination scene, my living in the end scene. I had been procrastinating about it, but it is such a beautiful story I wanted to tell you. I have manifested a casa. Also, this is an amazing story on its own. Mercy, you might have to send that one in to me. And just 2 days ago, I got €1,000. Well, I asked for 1,000 and I got 970. You can use my story if you want, and I will be more than happy to respond to any questions. That's beautiful, Mercy. That's such a great story. Yeah, trying to, from fear, contact her, from fear, trying to, just pay for stuff to make it go away. So well done to finally work on the self, finally work on your mind, finally see she wasn't torturing you, that it was you doing it to yourself. So many good insights in this amazing, amazing story. So to be released from, one, being blamed that you stole stuff that you didn't, and two, being freed from not having a criminal record, and also, your lawyer's saying, what you did was really bad and now that's going to go against you. So even that evaporated. So this is absolutely wonderful. Thank you, Mercy. You sent me this story on the 17th of April, 2020. So hopefully onwards and upwards for your life now. Lots of love, everyone, and I will put any relevant bits and pieces down in the description below for anything that Mercy mentioned and applied for her situation. Now, there is another story that I remember I read quite some time ago about a woman that was looking to go to jail because of something. Her story is called The Verdict is Not Guilty. If any of you relate to this and you're stuck in a similar situation, I'll put the link to that story down below too. Lots of love, and see you. You know where and you know when.